better. Oh, I know it will. It's gonna get better.
Inspiration 1680, 100.7 FM. It's Culture for Christ, and trust me, it is going to get better. It's Thanksgiving week. So happy Thanksgiving week to you. Guess who's on with us after taking a long hiatus? We ain't gonna talk about him bad to his face. But
don't talk
one
about me too,
only
man.
is here today. How you doing, Brother Marcus?
Hey, Lady Drina, I am doing fine. Don't talk about me too bad. We got these technical difficulties and work and all this kind of crazy stuff. It's like all this stuff come down at the holidays. You know what I'm saying?
I let it slide today. Just today, okay? Because it's Thanksgiving, and so it's the season of giving. And so I'm just going to be thankful that you're on the line. Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. So what's been going on, man? Give us a little recap or something. Tell the people, hey, like we heard from you in a minute.
Hey, listen, it has been extremely busy. I'm actually back in school, and I am in studies. Not only am I in studies for school, but I'm also still in training at my job. So it's like a lot is going on, and we're coming into the end of the year. So, things get piled on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, all is well. I'm preparing myself for Thanksgiving this weekend, and
so are you planning on anything, or are you just going to be house hopping and eating?
I'm not even going to be house hopping. I'm not cooking anything. I'm actually going down to West Palm Beach to be with my sister, and I'm also going to be meeting with some of our cousins down there. So it's going to be quite a few of us at my cousin Mark's house.
Good.
It's about time. The crazy thing is I haven't been there since she moved down, and it's time for me to go and see her. She's been down there for quite a few years.
Well?
Yeah, my sister Elise.
What am I talking about? Absolutely. Yeah. I know y'all gonna have to be going live or something. You got to give us a show now. Y'all got to give us some.
It's gonna be funny because Mark, my cousin Mark, he and his family, everybody down there is singers and musicians. So it's gonna be crazy. So we're gonna eat, sit down, watch a little bit of football, and probably sing and all that good stuff. You know how it is.
All right, sounds good. Well, listen, y'all, this is Culture for Christ. It's Tuesday, and we have some great conversation. Yesterday, our conversation, we talked a little bit about Miss Chiquilla Robertson. We're going to finish that conversation with Marcus on today. And go to our YouTube link. Go to it now, Culture with the K4 number Christ, and follow us so you can be able to see the photos and see what we're going to be showing you guys on the live today. I believe we're on Facebook too. Are we connected to Facebook now?
Yes, we are. We are on we're on the WOKB Facebook page. We are on casting to your face, my Facebook page, and the Culture for Christ. So we got WOKB. Yeah, we in the house.
Drina WOKB page, Culture for Christ page, and your personal page. So there are many ways that you can check out the information that we're going to be showing you on today. Okay, so subscribe to us on YouTube. Click like, follow, comment, let us know where you're viewing from, listening from. It all means a lot to us for us to know who's listening, who's there. We love to know. Okay?
Absolutely. When y'all do that for us, we'll be so grateful.
All right. So this conversation, I know it's going to be a little sticky thick. So let's go deep dive on in.
Hey. So, how do you want to bring this about, Lady Drina? How do you want to start this off?
Just go. I mean, it's all over the tabloids. It's all over the news. It's getting extreme coverage. So I've talked about it a lot on yesterday, so they pretty know my opinion about the whole situation. So let's just start.
Well, one of the things is the where we are is that we were talking about Shanquella Robinson and the thing regarding her death, which apparently was purportedly it was by the people that went down there with her, was that it was a death by alcohol poisoning. But and that's what the parents initially believed.
That's what they were told. They were told
that's what they were told.
At the time, the police in Mexico, they did not pursue it. They did not try to do anything in regards to that, other than when the video came out. That's when the ball started rolling, once the video came out.
Right. That's how it all started, based on when the parents got the autopsy report back. That's when they realized what was happening.
Right, something was wrong.
Not only that, the father got an opportunity to see the body. And he said she had knots on her head. Her eyes were swollen. The coroner's report, or the autopsy report, did reveal that she had severed spine.
Yeah.
Her neck was broken.
Her neck was broken. Yeah.
I'm getting somebody is saying that there's an echo.
Overlook it.
So she has a spinal cord injury and a broken neck. Bruce's face is just beat to death. And one of the things that after the video surfaced, the family had not been able to see the video.
Right.
So once the video surfaced, that gave them more energy to kind of like say, okay, we're going to pursue this as something other than what they first reported. And the best friend, whose name is Khalil.
And mind you, that is not a best friend. I don't have one best friend that would sit and allow me to get beaten, and you see I'm not fighting back. None of my friends would do that. That is not a friend.
There's no way.
Yeah.
You can't be a friend and you are allowing these things to happen. You are someone. You know what? I anybody that I associate with, I can be an associate. My close friends are people who I've broken bread with.
Yes.
Who know I feel comfortable to
sometimes intimate things about yourself.
Yeah. And that doesn't, after 5 years, and this is what it comes down to. Like, to me, this all stems out of, it seems to me like it's envy, jealousy.
Absolutely.
Envy, because there's no reason, and I'm of this persuasion. Why do you hate somebody? There's no reason to hate anyone.
And hate someone so bad to continue to beat them, and they're not fighting you back. That's a level of hate that is crazy. I don't have another word to say that other than crazy.
And that's exactly what it is. It's absolutely insane.
It is.
That someone would not even fight you back, because that's not what, there are some people who are just not built for that, if that makes sense.
It's not who they are. That is, they don't have that part of them. Yeah.
It's not who they are. They don't do things like that. They don't carry themselves in that manner.
Yeah.
They are not fighters. And
that's my oldest daughter is that way. Now I taught all of my kids how to fight. I'm sorry for all of you that don't agree with that, but I did. I taught all my kids how to fight. They know how to defend themselves. They know how to fight for real, from the projects type of fight. They know how to, okay? And but my oldest daughter, knowing how to fight, will not fight, will choose not to fight. Period.
And you know, I admire that quality in someone, because some people can eat you alive with their words.
Yes.
If you have to resort to hitting someone, I feel like that's cowardice, because you don't have anything to say. Now, the reason that I say that is that I've learned over the years that words, there are so many people who know how to fight with their mouth, and
Absolutely.
they can cut
Absolutely.
red
Mighty God.
with
You'll
their
think,
mouth.
look, you would rather be slapped compared to what they
You
say.
rather be, yeah. And when somebody hits you that hard with their words,
Yeah.
you know, some people resort to fighting. This, I don't even think was even that type of situation. I feel like they actually set this young lady up
Yeah.
to fight her. That's how I really feel. I feel like it was a setup.
I think it was the whole time, like premeditated setup.
Yeah, it was a setup
Yeah.
to fight this young lady. They got her all the way down there, and they started to fight her. And once they started that fight, it was like, you know, she didn't have. I don't know. I don't know if she was drunk. She could have had something to drink. I don't know. I don't know if it could have been that all of them had been drinking at some point or
Or
another.
on something. Yeah.
Right, or on something. Correct. We don't know what it actually was, but there were so many things that have been coming out as so many untruths. I've actually only listened to a few people who I trust as far as commentators, and I listened to Dr. Rashad Ritchie, his show, and I've listened to the news that was being reported out of California. I mean, out of North Carolina, where the young lady was from.
Right.
And what I really admire and like about this entire thing is the fact that what they did was this is getting the coverage that it deserves.
It is absolutely getting the proper coverage and allowing us to know how she was brutally murdered. She was brutally murdered.
Definitely brutally murdered, because for them to say, oh, it was a, you know, it was a alcohol poisoning, and for that mom to hear that my daughter died from alcohol poisoning, it was disheartening. And so for all that time, and the best friend was making his way to the house the entire time while he
like they left her body there and flew home.
Yeah, they all came.
They
home,
all flew home like nothing happened.
Well, they were under the assumption that it was going to be a closed deal, but what they didn't understand, what they did not understand, was the simple fact that once that body came back home, and those people,
they have the right to get an autopsy.
Coroner's report.
That's right. They have a right to an autopsy report. Absolutely.
It changed everything.
Yep.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed everything. And what also was very unexpected in this entire thing, Drina, was there have been a lot of what I would say someone also got a hold of the manifesto. And when I say manifesto, I'm talking about the sign-in, when they all signed in at the hotel.
Right. Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And before, we didn't know, or the resort, wherever it was that they signed in, before, we had no idea who the people were. We just knew that they were friends, or so it was said
associates, basically. Yeah.
And that's I wouldn't even call, it's people that we associated with. Someone, my sister, she said to me, one time we were talking, and she was like, oh, so-and-so, your friend. And I said, my friend who? And she called out the name, and I said, you know what? I said, listen, we ain't never been friends. I said, we talked. I said, but that person isn't my friend.
It's not a friend.
I don't, because I know of you or I'm familiar with you, does not mean
you're
that
my
I
friend.
know.
That's right.
And you're not my friend.
That's
You're
right.
not my friend.
That's
I
right.
see you. I've seen you. And then again, it's even with people that I haven't associated with in years that I am friendly. I am friendly with.
Friendly.
We're not
yes. Friendly with. Yes.
We ain't friends.
Yeah.
We ain't friends.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate because we have to let our children know. We have to talk to our young people, and not even just young people, even as adults, because this thing isn't just stuck with that particular age group or that generation.
Absolutely not.
This has definitely happened before. People have been set up by people who they thought were friends of theirs, and they absolutely were not those friends who they thought they were. This unfortunately ended in murder. Was a beautiful young woman who was a college graduate. She owned her own business. She was successful. She was an entrepreneur.
And from what I heard, she covered majority of that trip for them all.
Yeah.
For them all.
All of them. Because they couldn't afford it.
For them all.
You see their pictures on Facebook and all the different social media postings where they found these pictures and photographs. They look glamorous, right?
Yeah.
So there's also what a lot of people did was, according to allegedly, let me say this, allegedly, because I don't want to say something that is not true.
Right.
From some of the information that I received, I understood it to be that the person who beat her up was a transgender woman, and that is absolutely false. Not only is it false, though, I'm going to say that it's a discredit to women, period.
Yeah.
To try to make that out to be something that it is not. And I don't know if that was a person, one of us who did it, or if that was somebody else who made that photograph to look like that, or to even put that rumor out.
Yeah, I just found that photo, and I'm like, they did a good job on making it appear to be.
Yeah, they did. They did, and that is so.
And that's Photoshop, man. You can do anything to photos these days.
It's wrong on a whole lot of levels. It's wrong on a whole lot of levels. You know, it's a lot of people in that community that are probably that could have been affected by that, because now it's sparking rage again that's already going on against those people who choose to do that. But then also it's an affront to a real woman to portray her to be a man, to say that you are really a man trying to be a woman. And that's discrediting. To me, that's discrediting to women in general. To say that they look manly or they look like a man, and that is microaggression. It is racist microaggression. In words to say that Black women are masculine, and that's what they say, because that's a microaggressive action towards our ladies, to say that our ladies look like men.
Right.
You know?
Right. So apparently one of the girls that was there is the one who leaked the video, saying that she became scared. I guess after
she did.
I guess after the autopsy came back, she became scared and she leaked the video. And maybe it was to prove it wasn't her. Maybe it wasn't me fighting, but you were there. So you still an accomplice.
Right. You were there.
You were there, and you didn't do anything to help.
You're culpable.
Exactly. You did nothing to help, to assist, to stop it.
The best, whoever it was that was videoing the young man, I don't know which.
They said it was Malik. Malik Dryer. Malik Dryer was the one that was.
or was it Khalil, or was it Nasir? Because there were 3 men.
There were 3 men. That's right.
And we do have the information or the photographs, but we're missing Nasir's Vicente.
Right. I was looking for his, and I was not able to find his. Oh man, this is just a tragedy, man.
He actually went on a platform to state that he was watching it, but he had nothing to do with it. In my mind, in my thought process, and for the little bit of the law that I do know, you don't have to actually put hands in to be participant.
Exactly.
If you don't stop, you if anything, you're guilty of not stopping it. You're guilty of actually covering it up in the process, because you followed along with the lie that it was alcohol poisoning. The young lady died.
Y'all kept with that lie too. Yeah.
Minutes. Like, how do you start a fight within 15 minutes of checking in?
Right.
The young lady died within 15 minutes.
15 minutes of checking in.
So if that to me was planned, you got her there, and it's like, what you trying to do? Jump her into a gang? What's this? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And someone in the whichever of the gentlemen that was, and we will soon find out, whoever was saying, Shanquilla, fight back. You won't even fight. No, Quilla, fight back. You won't even fight back. Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was not raised to fight. I did have to because people will take advantage of you if you don't.
Right.
I learned how to fight because my parents absolutely did not teach us to fight.
Right.
They just
well, I'm opposite. I taught my kids to fight. And I think the reason I taught my kids to fight is because I was bullied a lot growing up. I was bullied. I was hit. My hair was pulled. People used to just bully me because I was a church kid. And because in the apostolic faith, when I was a young girl, we wasn't allowed to wear pants. I couldn't have my hair permed. I couldn't do none of the things that the other kids was doing. So they thought that was funny, right? So I got bullied a lot. And so my bullying a lot taught me to teach my kids how to defend themselves. Because it took me a long time to defend myself. Long time.
I was bullied a little bit as well because, of course, being Church of God in Christ, we were also grew up under dogmatic teaching at some point.
Yes,
they did loosen
years. They loosened up years later, around by the time I joined.
One of the things was that I think my mom was somewhat progressive. Then with my father coming from a Baptist church, he his whole way of thinking was a little bit different. But he acclimated to the Kojic teachings. But one thing I think what happened was when my sister came home one day from school, I want to say she was in the 1st grade, and she told my mom that this boy had lifted up her dress, and my mom was like, "That's it, no more dresses for you.
Yeah,
you wear them." And she was kind of ridiculed for that by certain people in the church because she told my sister, allowed my sister to wear pants. But hey, listen, you're not gonna be sitting at school lifting up my dress. Now, even though my parents didn't teach us how to fight, my sister would always be the one that fought back. I didn't start really fighting until probably about 7th grade. That's when I kind of just got like, hey, listen,
Wow,
you hit me.
I started fighting back in the 6th grade. It was the 6th grade when I finally fought back. It was one of those days where I just got tired. I'm not going to say this young lady's name because she's on my Facebook page right now. And we cool today, she on my Facebook page. But this girl would bully and bother me all the time. And one day she grabbed my hair and she just yanked my hair on my way to my class. I was in the 6th grade at Robbinswood. I never forget this.
That sticks in your mind.
It's stuck, man. I snapped. That was the first day I've ever snapped. I snapped. And I never got bullied after that day. I literally snapped.
Like, none of the people that I hung out with were bullies. Everybody that I hung out with, like, and my sister as well, we her best friends, none of the people that we were with were people who just fought all the time. But I do remember a young lady, 2 young girls who were bullies. I'm not gonna call their name out, but my sister had 2 best friends, and I called them the 3 amigos: Alicia, Donna, and my sister Elise. They were all good friends, and all 3 of those girls had to like fought against other girls and like dog walked them.
Yeah,
like it's the rage of just I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. Hitting me. I'm tired of you pushing me. But this situation, I don't know what this was. I don't understand how this went to where it went. And, this is something that we have to look at wholeheartedly and figure out how a message should be crafted and should be sent to combat this. This is something that needs to be talked about, and more than once. One of the things
absolutely, I think that we the onlookers of this got to keep it fresh. We got to keep it in the conversation.
We have to keep it in the forefront because we don't ever get this type of attention.
Right.
We don't. Our females do not get this type of, our missing children, our murdered, we do not get this type of attention. This attention is held strictly for the other people. This does not happen in communities of color.
That's right. That's right. Listen, guys, we got to take a break. We're going to be back with more of this. We're still praying for the family and that she absolutely gets justice. Shaquilla Robinson, we are fighting for you that you get the justice that's deserved in this senseless, horrific, and terrible incident. This was a violent murder. And we're hoping that all those parties involved are held accountable.
I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, yeah. Lord, I love you more than anything. Ooh, I love you, Jesus. Worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything. I got another one. Jesus went to Calvary, yeah, to save a wretch like you and me. Ooh, I just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything. You love me. Your love is it goes on and on and on. You give me really good feelings. It goes on and on and on and on and on. One in a million. On and on. You changes. You're always the same. One in a million. One in a million, yeah. One in a million. One in a million. One in a million to me. Vaughn, sing it for me.
Your love is a one in a million. Hey, it goes on and on. Yes, it does. Hey, feels so good to me, yeah. Ooh, it feels so good to me, yeah. Yeah. You make my life complete. Ooh, on and on and on.
Listen. Who can love you like Jesus?
Nobody, nowhere.
Oh, who can love you like Jesus?
Nobody, nowhere. Who can save you like him?
Nobody.
Nobody, nowhere.
Oh,
Nowhere. Nobody, nowhere.
love you like
Oh, you're sick in your body. Who can heal you like he can?
Oh, no. I heard somebody say this. Oh, who is like the Lord?
Nobody,
Oh, yeah.
who can make a way like him? Nobody, nowhere.
Just the background.
Nobody, nowhere.
Hey, what's happening? This your boy One, the CHH artist of the hit song Gutter the Glory. And you're hyped out with Lady Drina and Marcus on WOKB, the live drive Culture for Christ broadcast.
Lee Productions proudly presents Remembering Our Legends Gospel Concert, Sunday, December the 11th, 2022. Doors open at 4 p.m. Show starts at 5 p.m. Honoring Julius Sonny Man Walker, John Honey Walker, featuring the Orlando Brothers, led by the Spirit, Tony Pittman and the Harmony Winds, Michael Boone and the legendary singing stars of Brooklyn, New York, Harvey Watkins Jr. and the Canton Spirituals, Canton, Mississippi. Remembering Our Legends, Sunday, December the 11th at St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church in Apopka, Florida, 1012 South Park Avenue. For tickets and more information, contact Miss Eddie Ruth Jackson at 321-303-2187, 321-303-2187, or Brother Lee at 321-750-9617, 321-750-9617. This celebration is one you don't want to miss. Hosted by Pee Wee Collins. Get your tickets now. Advance tickets $30, $40 at the door. VIP $50. Kids are $10 at the door only. We can't wait to celebrate with you, remembering our Legends Gospel Concert. We'll see you there.
Attention homeowners. If you recently suffered damage from hurricane and need help with your insurance claim, then give Global Public Adjusters a call today. 866-903-4448. They are a 5-star rated aggressive adjusting firm licensed by the state of Florida. If you notice missing shingles, roof leaks, water damage, or your personal belongings have been damaged, they can help you maximize recovery from your homeowner's insurance. Maybe you think you haven't gotten paid enough, or just feel like the insurance companies are ignoring your needs. Let Global Public Adjusters help you get paid faster. Their phone number, 866-903-4448. They're offering free inspection and consultations. And if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Don't let the leaks grow and the damages get worse. Let Global Public Adjusters guide you through the process. Get on the path to recovery with the help of Global Public Adjusters. Their toll-free number is 866-903-4448. That's 866-903-4448.
Now in its 10th season, Orlando Community Arts and Orlando Health present Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker at the Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts on Saturday, November the 26th at 7 p.m. Join Claire on her magical journey to the kingdom of toys as she tours the world, visiting Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean, as well as India, Spain, and other lands. Get your tickets today at drphillipscenter.org. And don't forget to pick up your Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker dolls at claireandthechocolatenutcracker.com.
Driving means
freedom,
exploration,
fun,
pride,
flexibility,
protection,
friendship,
escape,
independence.
Distracted driving means
danger,
recklessness,
irresponsible,
chaos,
police,
devastation,
injury,
tears,
death.
Safe driving means staying alert and staying alive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
Silver Gala Inc. presents this year's Winter Gala at the Sheraton Orlando North Hotel, located at 600 North Lake Destiny Road, Maitland, Florida. This year's theme is leather and lace, a little bit naughty and a little bit nice. Food, fun, and festivities begins at 7 p.m. To purchase your tickets, go to www.eventbrite.com for SGI Winter Gala 2022.
Hey, what's happening? This your boy One, the CHH artist of the hit song Gutter the Glory. And you're hyped out with Lady Drina and Marcus on WOKB, the live drive Culture for Christ broadcast.
That's right. It is Culture for Christ. And listen, we are talking on today. I hope you're driving carefully, driving safely, driving to arrive alive. And if you are out shopping, if you are out getting anything, make sure you're doing it safe. Pay attention to your surroundings, what's around you, in front of you, and behind you. And do not leave anything visible in your vehicles. No pun intended.
Nothing. This is a smash and grab season,
it is absolutely smash and grab. I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to buy large trash bags. She would put all our stuff in trash bags and put them in the trunk of the car, or they would put big blankets and cover everything on the base of the car and crazy stuff like that. But hey,
we found all that stuff. They didn't even need to be doing that, because I would see stuff sitting in my parents' closet like from June.
Right.
That just prolonged Christmas wait. I can't wait till Christmas. I see the toys all in there.
I already know what you're getting. My mom wasn't big on buying us Christmas gifts and stuff like that. Like Christmas gifts for us was clothes, socks, and stuff like that. It wasn't like real gifts and stuff. Like now on my birthdays, I always requested a doll. I was a doll collector. I love baby dolls, Cookie Monster dolls, and Elmo and stuff like that. I've had every Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse that could walk, crawl, talk, whatever they could do. I had it all. Okay. I literally still got pictures. I've had over 100 different baby dolls to teddy bears. I collected them for years. And I think God said, get rid of them. You know, I had to put my stuff in storage one time, and we didn't have an insulated storage. And all of my teddy bears got ruined.
Oh, wow.
Devastating time for a young lady.
You know, I have, if you are viewing us on our live feeds, any of our live feeds, if you're on our Facebook pages, if you're on our YouTube, we do want you all, ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe to our YouTube page, Culture for Christ. Please like and subscribe. If you're watching us, you can see our scrolling marquee that points to our channel, Culture for Christ. If you are watching us, then you are able to see the collage of photos that we are showing right now. That first photo was of the victim, Shanquella Robinson. The photo that you are viewing currently is of one of the alleged attackers. Her name was what's her name?
Hold on. Let me pull that up again. It's a bunch of these names. Winter, we got Winter, Devon.
No, Winter, the photograph.
Alicia or something
So
like that.
this is Dejanay.
Okay, Dejanay.
Her name is Dejanay Jackson. and there's not a lot of information on Dejanay
at all.
There's not a lot of information on any of these young people,
right?
Which is so sad because all of these young people are under the age of 30 years old.
Yes, they
which
are.
makes it even more.
Because I believe Shaquilla was 26 or just turned 26.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just turned 26. Dejanay Jackson is actually a student, or was a student rather, at the University of, let me see where it says, she is actually a student at the University of Winston-Salem, I believe is what it is.
Okay.
And she works, I'm not going to say who she works for because I don't want people get crazy. You start telling them
where, stuff like that.
They'll go and try to harm the girl. We're not trying to harm. We're just shedding light to this scenario so that people can know and understand. The next young lady that will be coming up on the screen is also alleged to have jumped in, and her name is Winter Donovan. All of these young people that you are seeing are supposedly a part of the fight
the incident that took place.
Now, this young lady that you're looking at here, Elise Hyatt, it has been alleged that she did not partake in the physical attack. However, she was present.
She was present for the whole attack
when it happened.
Yes.
This young man here, Malik Dyer, was reportedly there, and we have the manifesto of all the people who signed in and who signed in at the hotel. Malik Dyer. Now, this picture here is reportedly the best friend, Khalil, who reportedly has been her best friend for 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah.
This young man is reported to have been her best friend. Now, I don't get it. My mind is just, I've never been a pack mentality person.
Right.
Never have been. And I think that points to a lot of things. It points to your basic standards and morals. It also points to how you've been taught to interact with other people. And then what you believe is morally fit. If you have a decayed sense of being, if you have a low moral register, what happened to Shanquella is what happens when you have people with a low moral register. And that's just the fact.
It is.
Because anyone with character, with a good character,
with a heart,
with a high
with a heart,
with a great heart, good character, a high moral standard, that wouldn't happen. You wouldn't even allow that to go on.
Somebody with self-control, let's just say that. A person with self-control hitting someone that is not hitting you back, it will cause a stop in you.
You know what?
It would cause a stop in you. Like, there's no way I could. When I was in school and I did fight, when I did fight in school, there was no way I could fight someone that would not fight me back.
But Drina, let me point out something that's really ugly here. That's super ugly. You have these 2 young men, 3 actually, because one of the people who is there, I have a photograph of him, but it's in a photo of Shanquella with a photograph that may be deemed, although it's all over the internet, it's a picture of her with her hair covering her breast. That may be inappropriate for some viewers who would deem that, so we're not going to show that. But there are 3 men there. The one man that you are not seeing is Nazir Vicente. The ugliest part of this is that those men were present while
The
this
whole
young lady
time.
was completely nude.
Yeah. And it came out, the only
nude.
reason she was nude is because they were getting ready to change into their bathing suits to go swimming. But listen, they caught her while she was getting changed. This was a whole plot. It was a setup.
It was so my point is that was exciting to them to see this young lady getting beat
unclothed.
Let me say it how y'all say it. Some of our listeners, butt naked.
Yeah.
And no shame for recording their supposed to be
best friend,
exposing her and demoralizing her dignity. They stripped her of her dignity.
Her dignity.
Her
yeah.
As she was completely nude. And these three men were in the room watching this naked
the entire
woman
time.
who was supposed to be their friend getting beat up to the point that her neck was broken and her spine was severed. How can? What kind of man? I know the girls that did that. I know that's ugly in itself. You a low life maggot. But what kind of man will sit there and get enjoyment out of watching your friend, your female friend, get dragged around the room, feet snatched by her head with no clothes on, breast swinging? Come on.
Just dragged.
That's ugly.
Yeah.
And I know from a father's standpoint that man's heart is twisted all several ways.
And her father actually did a live video. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see the father's live video?
I didn't see it.
Okay, the father, his live video, he truly believes this was a setup, and he expresses his feelings on that regards of how they set her up.
It was completely humiliating for her family to have to see that. What we are seeing are edited versions with faces.
Yeah, and there were 4 videos that's finally come out. It's a total of 4 different videos and angles where you can absolutely see what happened. There were Facebook lives. Exactly. There were Facebook lives that were going on that they've gotten, and they have those Facebook lives. There were so many different things that plays a part now into this. And it's devastating. She had a boyfriend in her life, and he did a tribute to her as well. And it's just heartbreaking to see this beautiful young lady.
They need to all be prosecuted to the full extent of the North Carolina law.
And I sent you another photo too.
That photo would still be the same one that we have. Pretty much, it only does not contain Nazir, and that's the photo that I would really like everybody.
I just sent it to you. Nazir is on it. That's why I sent it to you.
Okay. All right. Let me see. It's going to take me a few moments to get that.
Yeah. So, it's horrible, man. It's very horrible. 3 men, 3 women literally took part or watched a 26-year-old beautiful educated young lady be beaten and murdered to death. To death.
Cold-blooded murder.
Yeah.
Not just, to me it's cold-blooded murder.
Yeah.
To have done that to this young lady who had, and the sad part, one of the other sad parts in this, Drina, is that her parents will never get an opportunity to see their young daughter get married.
Grandchildren.
They'll never have the opportunity to hear her call them mom, dad.
Yeah.
They'll never have grandchildren.
Yeah.
From this their first and only.
And right. They're first to graduate, she won't graduate college. Come on. Like, this is real. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible.
It is horrible. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
What that is.
But I can see how so easy friends like that can turn on you. And just using my daughter's college experience, man, when she first started, she became friends with groups of people that now where she is now, because she's one of those kids that she worked extremely hard to stay on the dean's list, extremely hard to stay in the organizations and different things that she's in. She works hard at that. She don't get it easy. She has to work hard for it. And she asked me one day, she's like, Mom, I don't understand why these people that were supposed to be my friend are treating me differently now. Just all of a sudden, they just started changing on her, right? They just changed and they were different. They treated her different. And I told her, I said, one thing we got to remember, that everybody in your life is not meant to be your lifetime friend. They are in your life for seasons. Maybe their season to be in your life is over. They don't make you and they don't break you.
I let my youth group know, and I also let I let my youth group know straight up. Say, listen, let me tell you something. These people that you see today, you see these people. A lot of these people, you are even in this youth group right here as we sit in this youth group. You have people who you see today, and in 5 years or less, you'll have a different set of people that you are with, a different set
Absolutely.
of friends.
Absolutely.
You won't. Your lives will go in different directions.
Mm-hmm. Now, some people will carry on for a lifetime, and some people will drop off like flies.
That's right.
And it's part of growth. It's part of life. It's part of it. I have some associates from school that we were very close while we were in school, but our lives and our path of life went separate directions. Do I still call them friend? No, I still call them classmates. We're not friends. However, we're not enemies either. We're classmates. We know each other. Well, you knew me.
I have a set of friends who I absolutely consider from school. I absolutely consider these guys my friends, and we are still friends. There's a handful. I'll tell you, I have
a handful too, just a handful,
and I mean a handful.
Yep.
I mean a handful.
Yep.
Guys that I'm still. 3 guys that I have, like from high school, that and I'm not talking about my cousins. I'm talking about people that are in my life to this day, that are friends that I grew up with, and we are still buddies today. And I check on them, and they check on me, and that's Ira Hall, Philip White, and Vernon White. We check on each other to this day. And those guys are my homeboys. Those are my friends. I consider them close. They are truly the only ones who I would mingle with and trust to do whatever. They live right.
That's good. They
live right.
That's good. That's good. Because everybody that we
That's
went to
totally
school with
important.
don't live the same life we chose. So
No,
so hey, it is what it is. But listen, guys, it's 6:00. We are out of time, not out of words, not out of conversation. But we will be back on next week, Lord's willing. I want you guys to have an amazing Thanksgiving. Be safe and remember to still practice all of your care needs to make sure you're not catching the regular flu, the Omicron flu, or anybody's flu. All right. Be safe and be careful while y'all out there. All right. We gone. See you, Marcus.
She's